Excellent. Okay, now getting things moving. All right. So, as it says up there, we're doing the Grand Tableau for the business partners. Now, I just did one for MewGulf. If you want to go take a look at that. I'm sorry if it's in and out all the time or whatever. I'm going to look at the video after I've done this one, and if the quality is too bad, then I will re-upload without subtitles, just re-upload. As I explained in the last video, I'm not sure I can continue translating all the videos for you guys because it's just been really hard lately. YouTube has been making it very hard. So, yes, not sure about that. Anyway. Are we on? Are we not on? It's just so annoying having to go through all these hoops every time I want to come live, you know. It was so much more simple before. I don't know why it had to change. If you are there, bear with me. If you're not, I'll try and get you on. It's terrible, terrible, terrible. Come on, I really want to just get this reading done, you know. YouTube won't even let me go live. Whatever that means. Just... You know what? I haven't got time to mess around. What I'll do is I'll just do it. I'll do it, and I'll do it as if I am live. Doesn't matter that I'm not. If you pop in and out, well, so be it, but I'm just going to do it. Just going to do this reading, and I'll just re-upload it because I haven't got time to be messing around here waiting for a stream. It's just ridiculous. The internet here is just ridiculous. So let's just get on with it, alright? Also, to explain this card, if you were watching the last one, you'll know why that is present. I don't know why, but I'm missing a card. So this is the Tower card. I'm just going to shuffle it in with the rest of them so that, you know, it's fair, and it's not a matter of I just put the Tower where it was for the other reading. The Tower will still be put wherever it goes. I just have to remember at the end of the reading to pull this out of the deck so it doesn't get mixed up. And at some point I'll have to go looking for the Tower. I don't know when it went missing. I don't think it was before today because I remember having it in the last reading, so I don't know, and I haven't got time to look, so I'm just going to go along with it as it is and fix things later. Also, you'll notice I have changed the decoration. Well, obviously, you know, it wouldn't be fair to have all that fun type stuff all over the screen when I'm reading for the other two. But because I don't have anything of the other and I only have something of Mew, because really I'm only a fan of Mew, or I'm this kind of fan of Mew. So all I have of his is his 365 album. That's all I have. I'm not a Rich fan, so I don't have a lot of it. And even this, you know, I dedicated a lot of money to. The only other thing I really bought as a fan is tickets, e-tickets for concerts. Anyway, and yes, up here are all the bits and pieces that come in the collection. So I thought I'd just put that up for now. Anyway, let's get on with the reading. So you'll see this shuffle in, right? So as the title says, we are going to do the Grand Tableau for the business partners. Now, as I explained in the reading before this, the one I did for MewGulf, I don't know when I'm going to get the other Grand Tableau out, the one that I did 6 months ago. I don't know if I even will, but in order to not have that happen again, I've decided I'm doing this Grand Tableau live, or I tried to do it live. If it's not live, it doesn't matter. I'm going to treat it like it's live, and I'm not going to hold on to it to edit it or add to it. I'm just going to upload it. So it's out there in some form, so everybody, you know, can read it to their liking, evidence, etc. And you'll know that I did it on this day, looking back. I'm not sure about the translations, like I said, so please don't be begging me for subtitles anymore. If I can still do it, I will, but I'm not sure I can. I'm really not. Unless YouTube starts playing the game and makes it easier for me, it's a bit hard. Like, I'm going to have to start all over again with a spell check with included time stamps for last month's portrait, because I couldn't get access to the automatic subtitles that YouTube came up with. So yeah, time consuming. I have to do it all over again. It's like doing a spell check twice. It's really not fun. Then I have 2 other videos to spell check as well. So yeah, I don't really want another video to have to edit. So I'm sort of doing this in the light of, like other readers. What other tarot or any kind of reader out there does what I do, huh? Takes their videos down off live and then edits them and puts them back up again with more detail. Nobody. All the readers do it on the spot, live. So, you know, I'm thinking I need to really stop trying to give more than I can and just stick to the simple way of just doing a reading live, telling you what I get from the cards straight away, and that's it. That's all I'm going to be doing from now on, I think, because it's just too hard. It's too hard to get all this information together on the side and add to it, and then on top of that do all the subtitles as well. 12 different languages, including English. It's time consuming, guys. And the spell check as well. The spell check is terribly, terribly time consuming. I know before I do the spell check that it's terrible, you know, what they think I'm saying and everything, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do. My accent is a bit different to your typical accent out there, and I'm talking about things that are not said in your everyday language, so naturally the automatic translator gets stuck sometimes, but I'm kind of giving up on trying to solve it now, and yeah, just letting it go. Really just letting it go. Even this thing about doing lives, I may have to just, as I said, just put them up without changing anything about them. Of course, you're just going to have to trust me if I do that, because I'll have no proof. If I don't do a live, I'll have no proof that I didn't tamper with it before uploading it, but it's just getting to a stage where it's the same old results anyway. So why am I putting so much effort into getting these videos out to tell you the same thing over and over every month, you know? I mean, it is reassuring on the positive side, but it's also heartbreaking on the negative side, with, you know, just how it keeps going on and on and on the other side for whatever reason. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys want me to do? I'm just, unless I can come up with a more suitable system for producing subtitles in a faster way, more efficient way, or even doing a spell check in a faster, more efficient way. Yeah, anyway. Alright, so let's get on with it. So let's do this Grand Tableau for the business partners. So a Grand Tableau, as I explained in the other video, is like a giant portrait. We still frame it with the four corners. The four cards in the middle act like the center card. We knight it. We knight the cards with each other. We connect the cards with each other in combinations. It's all kind of the same, only on a bigger scale. So yeah, I'm going to count to 8, and then I'm going to put the cards out, and we shall see what's in store for Mew and Tull, the business partners. What's in store for them the next 6 months, from now to January? What's likely to happen in their life regarding their relationship, regarding their status, regarding problems that may occur? Where does Gulf stand, or what's his position or purpose in their dynamic, in their situationship? And you know, how do they truly feel about each other as well? How does Mew truly feel about Tull, and Tull truly feel about Mew? And why do they keep doing things the way they're doing them? Alright? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. Alright, let's see. Rider Moon. Fox Clover. Mountain Ship. Ladder House. Key Tree. It's clouds, isn't it? Anchor in the clouds. Oh, there's our first special card. Market Man in the House of Snake. Interesting. Oh, Spirit in the House of the Coffin, along with Bear. That's like saying there's no like, it could be like looked at as destiny and karma is a big problem that is causing trouble for this pair. Could be ending things between them because it's karmic, because it's destined. Could also be that what is not seen, what you cannot see, is a big problem, a big deal. Stork in the House of Bouquet. There's the Tower. Tower in the House of Scythe. snake in the house of whip. It's bed in the house of birds and heart. Mice in the house of child. In our last reading, child was in the dream position. See that? Child is in the house of fox. Wow. Wow, that in itself is something. Because I was going on in the last reading about how there's no, you know, Mew could be being strung along to believe that there will be the chance to have children in the future, but secretly no. And child, fox, deception about a child, deception about a new start, and mice in the house of child. Well, that agrees with that. Sun in the house of the bear. Fish in the house of stars. Garden in the house of stork. Whip in the house of dog. Dog in the house of tower. Like it's all work. Friendship is all work. Clover in the house of the garden. Book in the house of the mountain. Clouds in the house of crossroads. Not sure where to go, which way to go. Coffin in the house of mice. Okay, interesting. Stars in the house of heart. Dreams are still in the heart. Scythe in the house of ring. Scythe in the house of ring. House in the house of book. Well, we had that in MewGulf as well. Family secrets. Family secrets. And funnily enough, the man card was here in the other reading. In this reading, we have the dog in the tower position. So that's interesting. That's more or less saying that there's secrets regarding Tul as well. Like Tul's family holds a lot of secrets as well. Ring in the house of letter. Arranged marriage, arranged engagement. Ended. Finished. Made a sharp decision about. Whoops. Lily in the house of man, mature man. Incense burner, cross in the house of woman. Bouquet in the house of lily. Woman in the house of sun. I think woman is still golf in this case. Crossroads in the house of moon. Secret wishes to go different ways perhaps. And then the 4 cards. Birds in the house of the key. Ship in the house of fish. Rider in the house of anchor. And tree in the house of cross. Interesting. Okay. Before I do anything, I'm just looking, I wanted to see where the position of the people cards are, and I'm seeing man here. Excuse me. It says excellent there. Are you actually seeing me right now, guys? Probably not. I don't know. think he is. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you can see me or not, guys. If you can, say something, because I'm pretty sure I've still got the right chat there. Anyway. Yeah, so the people card. So the man up here is in the house of the snake with market, wasn't it? Yeah, that's market. Man in the house of the snake with the market. So deceptive business deals, deceptive businessman, etc. I've said it before. In this dynamic with the business partners, I don't think Mew's the man. I think Tull's more the dominant one. So actually the woman here could be Mew. Could be Mew. The woman here could be Mew in this case. But then who's the dog? Yeah, I don't know. I suppose we'll figure it out as we go along, right? With the cards as usual, but yeah, I just thought for a minute there, I mean, look at the connection between the man and the woman here. We have clarity. I get clarity from this rather than happiness. I get clarity is a big deal. Clarity of linking to the woman here. Clarity, seeing clarity about a woman, or seeing clarity about, if this is Tull, clarity about Mew, or if this is Mew, clarity about Gulf. Clearly seeing, you know, the truth about this person, this feminine person, being a really big deal, and ending the loss, ending the distance, ending the separation possibly, which again makes me think, you know, maybe this is Gulf. Anyway, let's get on to see how things turn out. So up here we have Moon in the house of the Rider. Moon in the house of the Rider. Let me just get straight into the meanings here. Swift action, new romance, romance with a new love interest, emotional visitor, flattering invitation, wonderful news or honours arriving, emotional progress, recognition approaching, receiving messages in a dream, someone showing their feelings with how they act, not what they say. That's interesting. If I link that with down here, the crossroads in the house of the moon. Let me just get that quickly. I want to see what that is. Crossroads in the house of the moon. Emotional choices, fear of making a choice, an offer that brings about deep changes, emotional decisions or following one's intuitive path, using intuition to make choices, using your intuition to find alternatives, acknowledging that you have other options, being shown the way, dreaming about which choice you should take, emotional decision, lack of commitment, two paths of success, magic at the crossroads, deciding to use magic and walking to the ocean. So yeah, progress, emotional progress, or bringing wonderful news about possibly deciding to take alternative paths, about finally having woken up to their intuition about their situationship, about the truth of the matter, and possibly deciding to part ways based on that, or to end the engagement based on that. Alright? Here we have Spirit Bear in the house of the coffin, along with Scythe in the house of the ring. Now, let me do First of all, I want to do Spirit Bear. Spirit Bear. Powerful intuition. Your gut feelings or inner guidance are very strong and influential right now. The presence of a strong spiritual guide, guardian, or a powerful mentor figure who is watching over you or offering protection. A spiritual practice or belief system is taking on a very dominant or powerful role in your life, potentially becoming all-consuming or a significant influence on your choices. Hidden strength, influential secrets. Something hidden or a secret is highly important and has a lot of power or influence over the situation at hand. An influential person behind the scenes or a highly intuitive and powerful leader. So again, that theme of intuition. And being in the house of the coffin, I think that means that this powerful intuition or the gut feelings that both of them are having, that something is not right, something is not working, that something has to change, is really taking over and is possibly going to cause them to end this engagement. That's what I'm getting from that. Yeah, powerful intuition. Perhaps Mew in particular gets a very intuitive message through some form from the universe or in general, or just suddenly wakes up, his spiritual awakening that we continue talking about, realizes that, you know, this hidden person in his heart who still lives in his heart really is a bigger deal than he thought, and based on that decides to cut the engagement with Tool, change plans, and look at alternative ways for both of them. Something like that. Alright, now looking at the center cards. So we have the bird, the house of the bird, we have bed and heart here. Comfortable love life, anxious, worry, concern, and possibly even gossip and rumors about a comfortable love life. That may not involve children because mice is in the house of the child here. Clover is in the house of the garden, so they've been lucky. They've been lucky, but, you know, luck is unpredictable. Like, it could be short-term luck. They've had short-term luck regarding the public, regarding their friends, regarding their social circle. And the problem between them is all the hidden lies, secrets, possibly records. Book. I always refer to book as in it could be history that's been recorded, like all the videos we have of MewGulf, for example, that we like to reminisce on. All proof that there was definitely something more than friendship between them. And perhaps that's part of the problem as well, that you know, they just can't shut up this destiny calling partnership. Could also be fraud. If it's business related, since they are business partners, it could be fraud. But if we pair the cards like this, so a comfortable love life full of secrets is a problem, and no children. No children. Perhaps, if you look at it as maybe not no children, but immaturity, perhaps they've been lucky. Perhaps they've been lucky up to now with the way their friends have been so mature about their current circumstances. But now perhaps they're starting to see, you know, the people who are hanging out with them for the right reasons and the people who are hanging out with them for drama, perhaps. and starting to possibly shed those people from their social circles. Maybe. Alright, jumping to the man card. Still not sure exactly who the man card is. We don't know if it's Mew or Tool. It's one of them though. In the past, we had great news coming, or was given, or intuition caused chaos in somebody's life. The ship clover. Let me look that up actually. Sorry, not ship clover, fox clover, sorry. Fox clover. Suspicion about opportunity, distrust of luck, self-worth, acknowledging our capabilities or a tempting chance that may be too good to be true, fraudster's luck, performing at a comedy club, work which you find enjoyable, creating your own luck, luck at work and promotion. So it could be a tempting chance that may be too good to be true stands out a lot there, but it could be work which you find enjoyable. They both were interested in the business world and sort of bonded over that to become business partners. Or create your own luck, luck at work and promotion could be how they were using them to promote their businesses, could also be that. So perhaps this moon in Rider was about somebody coming towards this person in the past, either Mew or Tool, with a business proposition that involved what sounded too good to be true, like a lifelong partnership. And then mountain ship. Mountain ship. Let me get that mountain ship. Obstacles to travel, discovering challenges, vacation or international business, obstacle to a trip or severe travel delays, travel occurs after delays, plane is late, limits to your travels, limits to trade, stopping something moving forward. Stopping something moving forward, discovering challenges. Perhaps both Mew and Tool didn't realize they were going to have so many challenges along the way with this, what they thought was a great business deal. We have letter in the House of House. Well, that to me kind of, without even looking at it, kind of is about living together, like the arrangement of moving in together, etc. Or even a business merge with two families could be that too. Some agreement or some arrangement done in private or with their families. Let me see. Letter. Where's letter? Letter house. Communication about family, communication about tradition, deeds to a house, rent agreement, letters through your door, local newspaper, sending something to your home, sending something to someone else's home, news about a house, documents related to a property sale, title contracts, etc. So yeah, could very well be an agreement. If we go back to the other reading I was doing about how it seemed to be the head of a household was in charge, perhaps that's where the agreement was made. Maybe they were having such a good time being travel buddies together, and everything was too good to be true with how much fun they were having, you know, doing travel vlogs and everything, and then they ran into a problem when somebody decided that, oh no, this isn't right, you two traveling like this, you must be partners if you're going to do this, you must be lovers if you're going to do this. And then the head of the household or the head of the family said, that's right, you two have to be serious about this matter if you want to continue what you're doing, something like that perhaps. Which maybe they agreed to in haste, not realizing how serious a problem they were getting themselves into. Key tree. Recovery, fate, family secret, releasing from restrictive families, special tree, diagnostic tests, finding patients, discovering why something is taking a long time, needed health improvements and spiritual matters. Yeah, so see again, see family secret. Family secret. Family secret is really sticking out to me there, especially because of down here. So, and if you go to key here, we have birds. So talking, communication. Talking to their family is key, possibly about ending all this, but I'm jumping ahead there. Then if we go anchor in clouds. Anchor in clouds. Confusion about one's focus, lacking in stability, consistent confusion, staying uncertain, persevering despite difficult people, and reliable weather reports. Well, if you're looking at it positively for those two, maybe you might think it's persevering despite difficult people. But if you look at everything else, I mean, look how close the snake is to the heart here, for starters. But remaining in confusion and staying uncertain, lacking stability, is not a good way to start any relationship. Then we move on to, well, basically I don't need to look this one up. Market and man, that's like businessman, and in the house of the snake. This person is either very ambitious and ahead of themselves, or very deceptive and untrustworthy. Or could be a bit of both. Very cunning. Very cunning. And then I also covered this already, really. Then if we look at, so according to this reading, there's nothing on the mind at the moment of this person. Only subconsciously on their mind. There's nothing they truly know is on their mind, or at least nothing we need to know about in this reading. It's almost like head is up in the clouds. The head is up in the clouds. Yeah. So what they're thinking about unconsciously, though, the clarity. Clarity is a big deal because, well, what we just read, there's a lack of clarity. There's a huge lack of clarity. So clarity is a big deal, that they need to try and figure out what they truly want. Coffin in the house of mice. Could even be pointing at a toxic end, or ending the toxicity, ending the decaying, ending the deterioration. It could be looked at it like as that as well. And woman down here in the sun, yeah. Woman in sun is kind of like person with a sunny disposition. Could be the sun if this woman is meant to be new. Could also be Gulf. Looking how calm Gulf has remained in the face of all this, the face of adversity. Yes. And then cards surrounding the man. In the past we have a lot of lack of clarity. Lack of clarity about a false new start, or starting something that didn't seem trustworthy, or starting something based on lies. I think that really stands out. Starting something based on lies. Your foundation is basically lies and deceit. That's what you're relying on. Currently, intuition is showing you with your clarity that it's a big deal, that you need to wake up, get your head out of the clouds, so to speak. And in the future, if we go back up here, we have the spirit and bear in coffin, meaning karma is probably going to take over and clear the air for you if you don't. And there's going to be an ending to something. And fish and stars. The way it's reading to me, it would be like you dream on that you're going to make any money out of this bad ending or something like that. But let me just see what fish in stars actually means, because that's only my personal feelings pushing in there, which I shouldn't really let happen. But fish in stars. Hope for wealth, trusting in prosperity, business success, investing in your dreams, flowing in the right direction, investing with good judgment, well-known business, innovative business, financial success. Okay, so whoever this man is might still be all right after it all. Even, after, might actually be better off. Might be better off after it's all out in the open, cleared and ended. This person might go on to be very successful, more successful than ever. Which isn't out of the question for either of them either. For Mew, it would definitely happen with Gulf, because we had Gulf, the fish was in the house of the woman. So definitely Mew would still be successful if he went on in life with Gulf. Tool as well, though. I've mentioned it a few times that Tool has focused enough on the financial side of things during all this that he would be able to get back up on his 2 feet and continue after whatever this breakup or end of arrangement is. If we try knighting the man card here, knighted with mice and child. So businessman doesn't want children. This businessman doesn't want children. Remains loyal to work. And that is what's going to end the relationship. Look at that. You see that? 1, 2, 3. That is what's going to end the relationship in the end, is because he's not made to be a parent, at least not as early as Mew is. He wants to pursue his business life, his empire building life, more than he wants to settle down and have kids in a house with a picketed fence. So that's going to be the undoing of them right there. Even if you look at all the cards, not just the knighted ones. So there is so much lack of clarity regarding having kids. The happiness, no, not the happiness, the clarity of knowing that they do not want kids, clarity of knowing that somebody is not being honest about the subjects of kids. There's no child in the future, no children involved in the future. Secretly keeping, that's a problem, because people are not being honest about it. People are misleading about it. And could be in the social circles they're being supported not to have kids anyway. But work is more important to this person. and they are only doing this work because of the contract or agreement made. They're sticking to that. But in the end, family secrets are going to be, revealed, and commitment, engagement, agreement, relationship is going to be ended or made a very sharp decision about. If we go this way, we have stars in the heart. So this man still has hopes, endeavors, and dreams, you know, still has dreams that he wants to happen. Right? Okay. Let's have a look at the woman down here. Have a closer look at the woman. In the past, we have clouds in the house of crossroads, not sure which way to go, not sure what decision to make. Bouquet in the house of the lily. Wants to appear like they make a mature decision. So on the outside, you know, they're all put together on the outside, but actually on the inside, they're very unsure. Very unclear about what they actually want. Or where they're headed in life. Or unsure about the decisions that they're making or have made. Currently, coffin and mice, trying to put an end to the decaying or the toxic part in their life, or trying to end a loss they're feeling of somebody, trying to end an absence in their life, perhaps. And then in the future, dreams still in their heart, so this person is still dreaming as well. But they dream of an alternative. They dream of an alternative future because we have cross and moon here. So they dream of better options. They dream of having a better life in the future. They dream of choosing another way of life. Or they dream of being with someone else, right? So this all seems to... Oh, I forgot tree down here. So yeah, as I said, pretending to be all put together on the outside, mature and everything for the sake of family. Tree and cross, burden of family. Hang on, tree and cross. Let me get tree and cross. Tree and cross.
There's my muscle here.
Ah, very good. You must be strong.
Of course.
Tree and cross. Pain and suffering, depression, firm roots, convictions, genetic illness, inevitable illness, enduring your fate. So yeah, this person is really unsure underneath of what decisions have made in life or are going to make, or why it's happening to them even. They're really unsure of things or what they want. But on the outside, they're trying to look put together and mature. But deep down, you know, especially regarding their mental health, I suppose you could make this tree about, they're suffering. They're suffering. There's pain and suffering, depression. That could also, you know, that really links me to this being Mew as well. Pain and suffering and depression. Could be possibly going on the brink of burnout again. Enduring your fate could be because Mew thinks he has no choice. That thing again. Thinks he has no choice but to go on with this because the family is involved, because maybe the head of the family has arranged it all and he really can't go up against them, as we said. So it could be that too. But secretly he longs for someone or something else in his life. Put 2 and 2 together, it's not hard to guess who that is or what that is. We didn't do the past, present, future of the woman, did we? So end of a agreement or an arrangement or a commitment. This could again be going back to something in the past. Perhaps his commitment with golf. Family secrets, they all know how they truly felt about each other, but they also, Mew's secret or MewGulf's secret is safe with them because they know why he did it. But they still, even though they stopped working with each other, they stayed in touch. They kept talking. They were committed to communication with each other. Lily Man remained very mature. Or Lily Man, see, if this is Mew here, and maybe golf isn't actually represented by a card as such, unless it's that, the other woman, this mature man could be the head of the household that we talk about, possibly. Or it doesn't have to be a man, it could even just be a mature feminine person, but they're very masculine or dominant as well. Could be like that, which then with the incense burner and cross here, it could be saying it. What's the word? It's it cleared his life of his possible destiny at the time, and replaced it with discipline and remaining, with a mask on your face. Trying to look happy and everything while actually secretly longing to be in another life, to have it another way. Or if from here it changes to positive, some man in his life some mature man in his life saved him from the burden. This could be even looking at, when he was having burnout, somebody saved him from that dark place at the time, or he felt like he was saved. It could be that. And then he was really happy with this person, and they helped him to find happiness again. But in the future here, he's kind of bored of how predictable his life has become, and he wants to see other options. He wants to look at his other options. Or he's changed. He's changed how he feels moving forward, and he wants to change his options. Possibly. Somehow I don't see Tul as a mature man as such. I mean, for one thing, he is younger than Mew. I know it's only a year, but still younger than Mew. Also, he's more of a party boy than Mew is, for sure. Like, he's the one who really, makes a racket when out socializing, compared to Mew, who holds himself together and acts mostly civilized until, of course, he started influencing him. So I'm not sure I can see that as being Tul, for example, but It does link with the man, though. Can't deny that. Businessman, Lily here. Could even be that Mew thought that being with Till was the mature choice. Could even be that. Okay. Yes. Now if we knight the woman, knighted with rider down here, which is anchor, isn't it? Rider, anchor, woman. News of stagnancy, news of a halt, news of excuse me, news of a delay. Maybe that's referring to the 2 years delay, possibly. Go this way, we have knighted with fish and stars. This person dreams. This person is very emotional, has an abundance of emotions about their dreams. That's what I'm getting there. And if we go back to our other reading, in the dreams was children. So, could be that. But also could be this. You know, a very dreamy person who believes, you know, dreams and emotions are linked. Here, child fox. Child and fox. I wonder, let me see what else child and fox could mean, because I've suddenly got the idea of maybe immaturity, like a naughty child. Hang on. Child fox. Being unable to care for oneself. Naive person being tricked. Oh. Naive person being tricked. Could be that. Although I wouldn't think Mew's tricked. If he was tricked at any time, he's not tricked anymore anyway. A tricky start, a new job requiring caution, or a child hiding something. Signals a need to be wary of immaturity or a small self-serving agenda. Beginning of a new job, new creative endeavor, start of a lie, small lies, young fraudsters, beginning of a fraud, working with children, new job, and cunning child. Yeah. Oh, there's lies again anyway. Could be he starts the lies, or this person starts the lies for a self-serving agenda. This could also be the female that keeps popping up in readings, the hierarchy, boss woman or boss lady who's been causing trouble for MewGulf because she's possibly in charge of this whole thing with the business partners. Could be her as well. Who else? Book and Mountain. Secrets are a problem, or the unknown is a problem, or records are a problem. Here, let's do this like I did last time ago. So, Book Mountain, then we go Snake Whip. So, lies remain a problem. They continue to tell more lies, they continue to add to that deception, but they present all these lies and deception as really good news. Or, Moon can also be like the other side of the moon, like the dark side of the moon. So this could even be like, because they continue to tell all these lies, they're gaining fame and publicity, which is also linked to the moon card, through fraudulence, through lies, you know, the wrong way. Possibly. Alright, I'm still not 100% sure on these people cards. It's a little confusing, this spread. Let's have a look at the ring over here, though, because the ring, to me, the first thing I think when I see a ring is marriage or engagement. So let's look at the ring and see what the story is there with the possible, still public, alleged engagement. In the past, we have whip in the house of the dog, house in the house of books. So continuing to be friends, or returned to being friends, or continue to be friends, are not actually lovers, in other words. Or whip can also point to abuse, so it could be continue to be abused in some way by this friend that you put trust in, all in the name of work and business. Family keeps your secret safe about all that. Current column, dog in tower, ring in letter, birds in key. Very anxious and worried about how this possibly fake engagement is affecting work flow, affecting friendship as well, since dog is there, affecting their business partnership perhaps. Maybe if they have agreed to return back to friends, or, you know, to stop trying to be more than friends, they've talked about that and how they might split assets and things like that. Or in the future, we have Clover in the house of garden, isn't it? So continue to appear lucky in the eyes of the public and remain mature on the outside, and continue making money off of people who are not aware, like overseas fans and shippers, for example, because they're their biggest crowd. Not many people in actual Thailand are fans of those two being together, so that's just what I get straight off, is like, this commitment is going to continue bringing short-term luck in the public eye based on maturity, well, based on the appearance of maturity, and based on success of business and money coming in. But ship and fish could also be the opposite. It could be money leaving. Hang on. Ship and fish. Let me see. Ship and fish. A costly journey, a profitable journey, discovering value, international trade, overseas job, and travel for work. So even travel for work. Maybe because of the travel buddies thing and doing the vlogs, this commitment, if they return to just being friends, they will continue to do the travel vlogs. That's not the first time I've said that. That if they agree and discuss that they're going to stop the engagement and just return to being friends, they'll continue the travel vlog. Maybe. this in line, we have mountain with ship, so trouble traveling. Snake with whip, deceptive. Lies continue. So what did I say before? That that they've been talking about how they can keep it going and possibly still do travel vlogs in the future after they end the relationship or make a sharp decision about it. Well, somebody's not being honest. Somebody is continuing to hide their true feelings or continuing to be deceptive about what they really want or what their interests are, which is causing a problem for everybody moving forward. Here, look, ring and letter is knighted with the rider and the anchor. So remember I said this could be referring to the 2-year delay. There's a connection right there. Ring, public stalk. Public stalk. Change in public appearance or public status. Change in status that you're known as in the public, perhaps. Here we have book in the house of mountain, sun in the house of bear. So this commitment comes with problems, secret problems that are hard to hide, and one of the reasons why they've decided as they've possibly decided or going to decide is that because it's such a big deal, the clarity that maybe not them but other people can see that there's something amiss with them. Maybe that's the problem. If we go this way, we have bed and heart in birds. Anxious, worried, insecure about their comfort zone and relationship. This way we have tower in the house of scythe. As I said, they're concerned about how this commitment, whether it continues or whether it ends, how it's going to affect their work life, or how authority, what they're going to do about authority, because tower can be authority. So problem with authority, they're either going to end that problem with authority by saying, nah, we're just going to break this engagement anyway, or they're going to run into problems and keep having the problem because of this authority. Have I missed anything? No, I think that's it. Okay. Can look at heart here a bit deeper. So bed and heart is in the house of birds, as I just said. So there is insecurity. This is basically, I read this whole combination as insecurity. There is insecurity and uncertainty, if you go back to this card, about what the truth is between them. Things are being left unsaid, feelings not voiced, etc. In the past we have mountain in ship, snake in whip, and dog in tower. So in the past they found they had trouble continuing to work together while telling lies for the sake of work, possibly. Current, we have letter in the house of house, with clover in the house of garden. So right now they're they're anxious about what people are saying regarding them moving into a house. I think that's pretty accurate because they are, they keep talking about a house being built and they're showing things, but they don't really add up when you put it all together. What they're saying to the camera compared to what we're seeing are two different things. And in the future we have Ki is tree, so Ki is family. Mice in child, Ki is family, no children involved in the future, and book in the house of mountain. So family is the key reason for the anxiety and stress and insecurity that this pair have about their situation. Lack of agreeing on the subject of children perhaps is also a big part of it. Or this could even be pointing to somebody neglecting their inner child, such as I keep saying Mew neglecting his inner child. And then book in mountain, neglecting his inner child about all the secret things that, he keeps secret from the past. Secret feelings, secretly still longing for another life, etc. But trying to remain strong and mature on the outside for the sake of this family member, whoever they are, or family members. Something like that. If we knight the heart card, we get fox with clover. So somebody who's either very self-centered, very only looking out for themselves, or lucky based on lies, fraudulent, a trickster, a con man. If we go this way again, we have that anchor in clouds, meaning there is no clarity. There is a huge lack of clarity in this relationship, whether it be friends or other. And there is a lack of knowing which way they're going to go, this pair. See, if they were really truly sure of what they wanted in life, if the shippers were right and they were just not in a hurry and they were just going to build the house and then get married in 2 years or whenever, it doesn't really matter, they'll stay the same, the way they feel about each other isn't going to change, that wouldn't be there. They'd be sure of what they want, not unsure. But you have anchor in clouds, clouds in crossroads, and then down here we have crossroads in moon, meaning there are secret feelings, secret endeavors, secret dreams that they do not share, that may even conflict with the other. As I said, that mice in child here, the inner child is not being looked after, and possibly the dream of having children is something they do not agree on.
Are you sure I'm dressed up?
You are now. What have I not done yet? Oh, down here we have the whip in the house of the dog. So again, the possibility of abuse, possibly manipulation, being abused by manipulation by someone you trust or someone you're loyal to. Could also be that there. Here we have it linked with the ring in the letter. So what they're anxious and uncertain and insecure about is this, the agreement. If we go this way, we have the incense burner and cross in the house of woman. So this could be going back to the idea that, if there is any truth to how those two are together, then there's not going to be any peace until they clear the air about the third party, let's say. And that's the burden of clearing the air of what the truth is, whether that truth be regarding that they are real and the third party was always just work, or whether the truth be that they are not real and that the truth is that people, the third party that people think is not even in Mew's life anymore, is actually the true love of mewsuppasit. So there's a few different possibilities there of the burden of truth there, the burden of clearing the air about something. Clearing the air about, even just clearing the air about this engagement, that this engagement was all just an agreement, a business agreement, or a business merge between families possibly, and that it's really not what it seems as well. Yeah. Right, so finally, 7 cards with the people card. See, because I'm still not 100% who these people cards are, I'm kind of loath to do any more with them just because I'm not sure. Starting with the man here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have mice with child. Either this man is not listening to his inner child, or this man does not want children. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, depending who it is, of course. Dog in the tower here. Remaining loyal to work, or remaining loyal to authorities. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Scythe and ring. Making a sharp decision about it, about a relationship or an agreement or an engagement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About a woman with a sunny disposition. 2, 3, 4, 5. And secretly wishing for good news to come, or all the lies and deception that have been spread out there are lying in the way of what they truly want with this person down here, possibly. The woman card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Also, oh, well, it's the same. It's the same as what I just did for the man, because she was one of them, wasn't she? So you're going to get the same. Both of these people are thinking the same. Possibly dreading the news that's, coming. And having to deal with this. Breaking an engagement, or breaking an agreement, breaking a promise, making a sharp decision about something. If I tried dog. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, see, dog is also part of it. This is just, it's kind of fitting. It's kind of fitting because I don't have to do it more than I have to. Like, I only have to do it once because they're all connected. In this reading, it is all connected. I can't tell you exactly who the people cards are, but that doesn't matter because they all are linked in the same chain there. So it doesn't really matter who you think the man is, who you think the woman is, who you think the dog is. They're all part of it. It's almost like confirming that this is a third party situation. There's no doubt about it. It's a third party situation. There are 3 people, and There's definitely some abuse of power going on, or power of abuse going on somewhere, with a lot of lies and deception being told. On one side there's lies and deception, on one side there's a lot of clarity. But the clarity can't be hidden, it's a big deal. But it's all going to get revealed soon. In the next 6 months, looks like it's going to get revealed. Well, I hope so. I really hope so, because this has really gone on long enough. I don't think anybody really wants to see this carry on for another 2 years, when it could be stopped in its tracks now, and everybody could go on their merry way in peace. This is interesting. Look, Fox in the House of Clover is matched with the woman here in the Sun. Again, makes me wonder, maybe this woman in this reading is not Gulf or Mew, but rather that other woman I mentioned earlier. The cunning woman, the deceptive woman, the one running the show, so to speak. Bouquet Lily Mountain Ship. Having trouble making those travel vlogs look as enjoyable as they want them to, perhaps, because right now they're at a stage where it's hard to hide that they've found clarity in something, or that their intuition has come through of just what their situation is right now, possibly. Letter with incense burner cross here in the House of Woman. There is an agreement here about a house with a woman. Maybe the house is not a house as such, but more the situationship. As I said, maybe this woman is in charge of it all. There's an agreement, a written agreement or contract that both Mew and Tool are under, to follow every wish and wile of this woman, possibly, which is her command lately has been to just keep spreading and weaving the lies, to keep pushing the interaction with families. If I look at how I said, in the last reading and the other Grand Tableau I did, I used to say that Tool was the messenger, as in the rider here. If I look at it like that, then rider is on anchor. Perhaps Tool suddenly starts finding his, the courage, starts finding the courage to come forward with the truth about this woman, which is wonderful news for this man up here, which might be Tool himself, or Mew. With the dog in the house, the Tower could be news that it was all for work. The whole arrangement was all work-based, was all a written contract, possibly. Could be that. Who was I up to here? Then Lily Man, a very mature man, is key tree. So yeah, like I said, maybe there's a head of the household or a head of the family that Tu and maybe Mew as well need to talk to about changing things up, about making a change to this written agreement, whatever it is. Maybe they're looking towards older people for advice on how to handle this woman or feminine person. Then we have Ring in the house of letter with Anchor in the house of clouds. See that? Not sure. There is no clarity about this engagement, about this arrangement, about this relationship, about this cycle even. There is nothing but instability and non-clarity about it. House in the house of book with man, businessman in the house of snake. See? Even that match makes me think that somebody in the family is out for their own financial interest of having two entrepreneurs working strongly to build businesses between families. Could even be that, the financial benefit that if I jump to that conclusion of possibly the family member being on Tool's side, they're gaining the benefit from just having Mew's name attached to their businesses, for example. Then we have Scythe and Ring linked with, well, I've already done this match more than twice, but Spirit and Bear being it's a big deal. It's a big deal to end this relationship. May even be karmic, like it's meant to happen. There is a stronger power out there that is urging them to end this relationship, to end this engagement, to end this agreement, end this contract. Then we have Stork in the house of bouquet with stars in the house of heart. Stork bouquet, let me look that up. Stork bouquet. Stork bouquet. A party, a gathering, creativity, the green light for a move, liberating change, transformation in social life, receiving admiration for change, transfer traditional values, makeover, altering one's self-image, redecorating, positive change and improvements. So see, this is what possibly Mew and or Tool dream of in their heart. They want to be admired for making a change. They want to make a positive change. They want to see improvement. They want the green light to make a move forward, perhaps, but they're not getting that. Tower in the house of Scythe with Coffin in the house of Mice. Work is possibly becoming less. Or maybe they have to make a decision about work. And Coffin in the house of Mice. Maybe it's about they have to decide if doing something to clear the air would benefit them financially, perhaps, in the long run, or if breaking the distance between Mew and someone else might help as well. Let me have a look what Coffin Mice is. Actually, no. First I'll look at Tower Scythe. Where's Tower Scythe? Or have I looked at this already? I'm not sure. Tower Scythe. No, we haven't looked. So Tower Scythe, a rational ending, painful loneliness, a radical break, a sudden and formal separation from the past or an institution, a sharp legal or authoritative ending.
Mommy, Dad and me make the mess.
I can see that. End of independence, controlling aggression, aiming to disconnect with someone or something, legal decision and destruction.
And he dropped this too. And Scruffy.
Yeah, that's very good. Okay. And what about coffin and mice? Coffin and mice. It is coffin mice. Ending is coming slowly. End of unhealthy situation. Deteriorating illness. Lack of communication which eases anxiety. Complete loss. Refusal to get comfortable. End of worry and depression. Wow. Well, actually, these two go very well together. Because in this one we were talking about a sudden ending. A sudden but abrupt ending. That may involve legal aids to end something, like a divorce, for example, or going to court about maybe being emotionally manipulated or something like that. And this one then says, the end of an unhealthy situation, or a complete loss. Refusal to get comfortable, not happy with the way things are right now. Depression even. Falling into depression could also be that. Which we really don't want from you. Alright, moving on, we have Snake in the House of Whip with Clouds in the House of... What is that? Crossroads, isn't it? So... Snake Whip. Let me see what Snake Whip is. Creating pain by lies and manipulation, arguments with enemies, punishing your enemies, being vilified for two-faced behavior, being critical because of jealousy, fights, abuse, injury, trouble for a woman, and promiscuity. And then Clouds and Crossroads, not being sure. Not being sure of the path you're taking, not being sure of the choices you're making. Not being sure because you're telling so many lies. Maybe all the lies that they have to tell, in order to keep up appearances, is actually starting to get to them. Maybe they're starting to believe the lies themselves. Like, how can I explain this? So, like, if they really never were anything but friends, and this was all just a farce or a cover story, for example, and they have to keep telling these lies, and then suddenly somebody starts believing these lies, and then feels loss or starts feeling depressed about the fact that these lies are, like, they believe that they're meant to be the truth, but actually they see that, they're not. Does that make sense? What I'm trying to say is, okay. Let's say the lie, for example, that it's always been him. I've always been in love with him. Somebody starts actually believing that. But then they see something that triggers them to realize that that is not the case at all. which causes them to go into depression, causes them to start feeling insecure, starts to affect their mental health. Does that make sense? Like at first, with a healthy mind, they knew it was all just lies, but then they actually started to believe it and let it affect them. Something like that. Or maybe if you want to look at it in another way, the lies that they're telling, because they have to somewhat see these lies come to fruition, for evidence, that is stopping them from pursuing other matters in life. Something like that. We've already done the bed hard and the book mountain. Basically, a comfortable love life, it's a problem with so many secrets surrounding them. The mice and the clover here. In public, not having kids too soon in the future is not really a problem. Like they've got short-term lack of support with their social network, with their social circles, with just fans in general possibly, because nobody is batting an eye about it. But secretly, the people who are involved are suffering badly here because they really do want this to happen. And they're sort of just being strung along to believe that it may happen one day when it won't. Dog in the house of the tower with child in the house of the fox. Now this connection could be actually saying that this is the same person. Like this dog in the tower could be immature and naughty and cunning, while appearing to be all business and mature-like. Could also be, if this is related to Mew, like Tool saying that, one day, don't worry, we'll talk about it one day, and truthfully though, he only is thinking about money and power with the tower there. He is not thinking about having kids at all, or the happy family life at all. Sun and bear with whip and dog. This connection too, sun and bear, the clarity is huge. Like it's something that possibly whoever's getting this clarity is thinking, how did I not see this before? About possibly some form of abuse being shown by this dog person. Something like that. Maybe if this is Mew seeing clarity, it's like he doesn't understand how he didn't see it, that someone was taking advantage of him. Somebody was emotionally manipulating him. But now, it's too obvious. He can see it now, very clearly. Fish in stars and garden in stalk. Garden and stalk. Public status is going to change, which is going to result in emotional dreams, possibly with abundance of emotions regarding to your dreams. Maybe it's going to bring your hopes and dreams back to life. You're going to start believing in your heart again that, you will find happiness with someone. And then lastly, the fate line. So the fate line here, we have birds in the house of the key, ship in the house of the fish, rider in the house of the anchor, and tree in the house of the cross. Communication is key about what you want to see happen. No, what really matters to you. What you value in life. And a delay in talking about these things could cause health problems or, you know, as I said before, mental illness, etc. Because somebody is really suffering behind the scenes. Yeah. I'm not sure I can get anything more out of this reading, guys. But like I said in the other reading, if you think you can gain any more from these cards, like really, that light is not showing that card there. I would definitely advise you to try, you know, like look at all the cards that we have here. That's Spirit and Bear, by the way, in case you're wondering, because you can't see it because of the reflection there. See if you can get anything else out of these cards that I didn't touch on. You know, I've shown it to you guys enough, the basic system of how to read the cards, how they connect with each other. So go for it. If you wanna know more about this possible ending, make that into a 9-box card reading. If you want to know more about the child possibility, make that into a box reading. And yeah, just comment below what you find, what you think the cards tell you. When you look at them in a certain pattern, what you think the cards tell you. And yeah, comment below what you come up with. I'd love to see what other people get out of these readings. Because the way I'm doing it, I'm not planning to add any extra information to these readings. This is just what I've got straight up on the spot. So yeah, if you can add any more to it, be my guest. Okay? Alright. I think I'm going to end it there now. Just... what can I do here? Borrowed Buddha here and just do that so I can see the cards properly for taking a photo. I think I'm pretty sure what everything else is. Yeah, okay. Alright, there we go. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there, guys. Like I said in the other reading, I will do a reading next week for the month of August, the monthly portraits. I just had an urge to do these readings today for some reason. I just wanted to get them out there since they are due. As the title says, this is between now and January. We're possibly going to see what we've discussed in these readings happen. So yeah, just take from these readings what you wish, what you think resonates, and leave what you don't think resonates behind. And yeah, enjoy. It is all for entertainment, guys. Up there, it's all for entertainment. I know it's a serious matter a lot of the time, but yeah, it is for entertainment in the end. So please remember that, and I'll see you guys next week.